Hello and welcome to 3 Cups Tarot readings to uplift the collective, and we're going to do a pick a card reading for the week ahead, however you're defining the week, and whenever you're finding this, it is timeless, so it's for whatever you need to know for the week ahead of you right now. So we're going to get 3 options, and then you can pick your reading that you're being drawn to. So option 1 says 27, which justice is coming. And then we have our last 2 here. Oh, there's 3. Okay, so we're going to have 4 to choose from. Option 2 says 12, expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. Option 3 is 30, castle, it's time for healing, not war. And option 4 is 18, tree, let them go. So pause the video if you need to take time to tune into the imagery, the words, the numbers, or the colors, and see which reading or readings are drawing you. You have a message for your week ahead in those readings, and you can look at the timestamps in the description to jump ahead, and I'll see you in that reading. Hi, reading 1, so you are drawn to the number 27 card, which says which justice is coming. I really feel a sense of the pairing of the word witch and justice, of a sense of empowerment, that justice is coming, and in some way you are the bringer of justice. It's like you've made this very important decision that you're not waiting around for justice to be served. You're going to serve justice yourself, however that looks, whatever situation you're in. And already I can feel the message of support, congratulations, and cheering from your spirit guides that you've stepped up to take this work on, because at the same time you're achieving that work of justice more broadly for the society, community around you, or yourself, but also you've transformed yourself into a sort of person who brings justice as you are meant to. Page of Wands reverse. What is this? 9 of Wands? 9 of Wands reverse. That's the Wounded Warrior card too. And a 3 of Wands. So much fire with the wands coming in here for you. So the injustice is happening in this area of the Page of Wands. So it could be to do with a child, or you were the child who suffered mistreatment or injustice. And it has, if that's the case, it has kind of sensitized you to this broader issue repeating itself in society. And so you do have the unique tools and experience to be able to see this injustice for what it is, to really navigate the ins and outs of it, and to be committed to fighting it. With the 9 of Wands in reverse, I see that you're at a point where you kind of want to give in, and the wounds are just becoming too much to continue being the warrior. It's like you're waiting for your team. I feel like that's where the 3 of Wands comes in. You're waiting for your team to arrive, or you're waiting for a refresh of some sort, a new inspiration, a new sense of direction. Kind of like with the witch here, where you're like you're opening your closet and looking for your tools, your weapons. Like, it gives me the same sense as the 3 of Wands. You're making an important decision of how you're going to move forward in bringing justice to the situation. So let me pull some more cards to get some sense of the advice regarding that. Fall into my arms, holding the opposites extremes of life. So you do get some support this week. You will be able to fall into someone's arms of support. But your message here is to embrace the extremes of life. So you've been doing this all on your own. You've been that stoic warrior on your own for a long time. Now's the time to take the opposite approach, to fall into the support of like-minded people, of your support networks, who, if they don't support the vision, at least they support you. Support of all kinds is going to be important for you this week, and really your message is just to fall into that support. It's what I felt here with the 3 of Wands, waiting for your team to arrive. Your team does arrive, but that's not the only action that happens this week. The other action is that you need to accept the help. Wow, ship number 3. This one always makes me think of the 3 of Wands because it has the number 3 and it has ship. Usually in the 3 of Wands, you have someone looking out to sea and there's a ship. Yeah, these people are coming. Your team, your support. They might even be coming from overseas or from traveling from a distance. And just welcome them. Just wait for it. And like I said before, accept the help when it's being offered. Number 37, the coyote and Datura deceit. Oh, can we have some clarification about the deceit card? Whoa. Okay, you got 3 cards to clarify this deceit card. Knight of Wands in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse, and Page of Pentacles. So there is actually somebody in this group that you're connecting with or in your support network to look out for. So they are acting from a place of immaturity or impulsivity, and even if their heart's in the right place, they're acting or making decisions out of some sort of like projection, or there's some sort of issue that they haven't resolved or healed for themselves. So your advice here is to go inward. Always follow your own intuition on what advice to follow. I feel like this person is like a vocal person in your group, your support network, and they might be trying to convince you of one way or another. If you're feeling like that's crossing a boundary, just honor that for yourself and lean into the other people. Don't let it kind of deter you from getting the support from your support network. This person is meant to help you discern between what is the good support that you need, that you can rely on, and what is actually self-serving, masking as support. I feel like with the Page of Pentacles, this is your advice to pull into a deep kind of like I want to say like natal part of yourself, that a skill you've possessed since you were a child, to be able to sense honesty and dishonesty with people. You have a strong ability for that, and so just keep aware your acute sense of deceit. Whether this person is deceiving themselves or they're just misunderstanding the situation. Ultimately, the message here is discernment behind the advice you receive from your support network, but not to dismiss the support of all people in that network. Let's end with one last card. Oh wow. Yep, you're really getting... Okay, I think I'm maybe sugarcoating this a bit too much. This is definitely a warning that there's a toxic person in your group, your community, your support network, however that you're finding that is. I'm getting that from the Three of Cups and the hold fall into my arms. So it could also be family, but whatever toxic behavior there is around you at this time, don't make excuses for it. Don't let it slide. The justice that you're bringing is at stake, and this person can take a back seat. You can call the shots there. Yeah, so wherever that's falling for you, I'm wishing you the best with that this week. I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you for watching, and thank you for any likes, shares, and subscribes, and I hope to see you in the next one. Hi, reading 2. So you were drawn to this card, number 12, which says expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. And you see this figure of a woman just kind of like relishing or reveling in the moment, right? Feeling self-satisfied. And you have this figure has guidance all around. And I just feel like there's such a centeredness and a peacefulness to the decisions that she's made or she's planning to take action on. There's just like a contented feeling there. So I feel like that is really shaping your week ahead, that you have found peace with your decisions. If that's something you're struggling with right now. And I love that it says don't seek anyone's approval. I actually just went through a situation. We're doing our annual reviews at work, and I just went through a situation where I was questioning whose approval do I really need, because I'm a teacher, and in the end it's really the students' approval that matters the most to me. So I think you are making some sort of conclusion that gives you peace about whose approval really matters to you. And ultimately that's between you and your spirit guides. And I'm channeling for someone, maybe your children or your child. Those are the only approvals that really matter to you. So I've shuffled your cards. Let's see what your tarot cards say. The Lovers in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this seeking for external approval is actually putting you out of your power in a significant way. It's clouding your judgment and your innate knowledge. It's stopping you from receiving a spark of inspiration that you've been waiting for, some key knowledge, even a key communication. It kind of feels like just like need to put these pieces of the two puzzle pieces together, with the Ace of Wands reverse, and it's just not coming together. With the Lovers in reverse, it is some sort of way that you relate to others that is putting you out of power, and we already know what that is. It's the biggest clue is if you are needing approval or waiting on approval from someone who is hesitant to give you approval, or their approval is very hard to achieve. I'm hearing the word over and over as I'm talking, critical. Someone who is critical, like unnecessarily critical, or their characteristic is they're always critical. This is who we're talking about. Release yourself from the expectations, the binds of other people, or that one other person who has some kind of like oppressive hold on you. around this thing. It could be that they have some kind of title or expertise, and so you're primed or you're conditioned to seek their approval. Like, a student-teacher relationship is like that. And yeah, I mean, that's very difficult to break out of or to counter when the whole world is telling you that you need to get certain grades, you need to get your employer's approval of your performance. But there's something powerful about giving yourself approval and letting those people follow after you in the dust of your trail. That's really where you're headed in this week. And I think you hit a moment of realization where you're just kind of like, I can't be bothered with this anymore. I'm just going to set myself by my own expectations. I keep staring at this Therapets deck, so let me get a card from here. Oh, there it goes. My camera cut out for a second, but I put down your card that came out, which says you are worth taking care of. So there's a bit of self-worth that's important in the mix here, along with that effort to disconnect yourself from relying on external approval. There's also an effort that you can put onto in validating yourself, filling up your sense of self-worth, and taking care of your needs, whatever needs they are. There's no expectation, there's no excuse or justification needed. Your needs are your needs, and they need to be taken care of. End of sentence. I feel like I want to pull a healing oracle card for you. Oh. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. So you're getting, it is time to move forward, number 5. And you can see that like the heart space is illuminated here, and there's just a sense of release along with interconnectivity that's going on, and the full moon, a point of completion. So it's time for you to move forward, not only of this way of thinking, relying on another person's approval, but for people who are already thinking this, it's time to move forward from this person entirely and choose yourself, take care of yourself, prioritize yourself, set yourself by your own approval and expectations. And that's your message for the week ahead. I hope that's helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for any likes, shares, and subscribes, and I hope to see you again soon. Hi, reading 3, you were drawn to this card, Castle, number 30, and it says it's time for healing, not war. So your group number 3, reading card number 30, threes are going to be significant for you. Any number in the 30s as well will be assigned to you, depending on the context of how you see it this week. So possibly you're being very affected on a personal or an emotional, empathetic level of the many armed conflicts that are going on around the world right now. And I feel like you have a life mission to be a healer, and that's why you're being affected by this disharmony, this conflict, these wounds that are being incurred. But it's to such a magnitude that you're getting overwhelmed with it, and you're feeling a little bit burdened, or I keep hearing the word subsumed. I don't fully know what that means. By the energies or the work that needs to be done with this as a healer. So I want to bring out this Healing Spirits Oracle deck specifically for your reading and get 3 cards to inform. So you have the ability to affect your own destiny. Number 41. It is always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. Number 38. And then there's actually 2 more coming out. A Spiritual Hug, number 19. And this is the perfect time, number 43. Okay, so your guides are speaking to you in the capacity of being a spiritual healer, that they're here for you. They're here for you at this key moment in your path. You are on the right path. You are in the right timing. And you have a lot of control over how things manifest ahead. So if you're feeling like the world is chaotic, it is, but you're feeling helpless, your guides are actually intervening and reminding you that you have more control. You have the ability to affect the way forward more than you believe. With a spiritual hug, your guides are giving you that encouragement. They're telling you that they're here, they support you, they feel how you feel, and they know how hard this is. But at the same time, they're saying that you could also send out spiritual hugs to those who are suffering, that you're kind of connected to empathically. This is the perfect time to be doing that kind of work. So it's kind of as simple as sitting down at night for 5 to 15 minutes, going into like a meditative place, relaxing, drawing in the healing energy from your spirit guides, and also sending it out into those areas that you are concerned about, that you want to send healing to. Think of it as a spiritual hug in those moments for the people who are going through a difficult time, war in particular, that you feel inclined to affect, to contribute towards. And just know that that is enough. That's more than enough. And it's actually what you can do right now. Yeah, that's very sweet of you. And I thank you for investing your thoughts and your energy in that way. I want to get some more advice for our reading 3 healers. Also, how they can take care of themselves. This week, this seems to be a very important week in terms of doing collective healing. I am incredibly capable. Whenever I encounter a challenge in my life, I use the experience to learn and grow. Yeah, so just remember, when you're encountering this challenge, it's not to overwhelm you. It's an opportunity for you to meet the challenge and to learn from it and to grow and keep going along your path. You're right where you need to be. If you feel overwhelmed, step back, take care of yourself, pause, take a rest, ask for guidance, connect to your guides. And when you feel ready, keep going. Let's get, I'm actually feeling several oracle cards. So we're just going to keep pulling. There's going to be a lot of cards. So you're getting key and fun time. So you're dealing with a lot of heavy energies, and one way to support and heal that for yourself is to go out and have fun. That's actually going to help also unlock your abilities even further. If you remember the joyful things in life, the things that you are kind of healing for, the things that you want other people to experience and enjoy and experience them for yourself. It's going to be so restorative for you. So get rid of the guilt. If you have an opportunity to have fun, it's part of the whole like symbiosis of things. It's not the word I would choose, but that's being channeled. It's like a give and take more universally. The more fun you have, the more fun energy you can share and channel out into the world. So if there's an opportunity for that this week, take it. Take every opportunity to relax and have fun. Wisdom Keeper Mastery number 36. You are particularly advanced. So not a lot of people are going to relate what you're going through. You're like particularly an advanced soul here to do this sort of healing work. So just have confidence. Remember that you are this kind of older soul wisdom keeper. And you have this mastery to offer. And if it seems like you're the only one, it's because you are one of like very few. But don't feel alone again. Like your guides are here for you on this important mission. And our last card, as I say that, is Fall into My Arms, Surrender, Holding Opposites, Extremes of Life. And I really feel like this is your guides affirming that message to fall into their arms, because you're doing heavy work and you need a spirit team to be able to do this work. So like I said, when you meditate at night to send out healing energy into the world, first take care of yourself. First fall into the healing energy. Receive it from your guides. Do it in that order. And then after you send out the healing energy, fill up again. Your guides are able to access a limitless amount of healing energy. It's never too much. And don't forget to have fun this week too. So that's your message for this week, and thank you for listening. I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you also for any likes, shares, and subscribes, and I hope to see you again soon. Hi, reading 4. So you were drawn to this last group, which I wasn't planning to do a reading for, but which popped up anyways, and it's number 18. It says Tree, Let Them Go. This card is always kind of difficult for me to observe, mostly because of the burning tree, the sadness that the figure's showing, and the tree always symbolizes to me like a family tree. So there's a very difficult process to do with your connections and letting go of connections as a very healthy renewal that is coming up this week. As I was saying that, I was also getting visions of the Tower card and the Death card. So the Death I take as death and rebirth, like a renewal. So kind of like the fire, the ashes of this tree burning down, new life can grow from those ashes. That's really what your guides want you to keep in mind as things are burning down around you. It's kind of like that tower energy too. Things that have shaky foundations are falling, so that your manifestations for a more stable future can come together. Your more stable future needs a clear ground to be able to build from. And that's kind of the bigger picture of what's going on here. I think I want to get your tarot cards next. I think we need some sweet animal energies to come in and help inform us. So what can our reading for group be guided by this week? The energies of the tree card. Wow, I really felt that card coming through, and with the death coming in reverse, it is the sign of rebirth more so than the ending. This is the Four of Swords and the King of Cups. These are very beautiful cards, very much healing time cards. Whatever needs to happen in regards to what I was explaining at first has already happened, and so your message for this week is to rest and heal, to let the rebirth process take root, because things are going to start to grow in the most powerful and stable way. The King of Cups is kind of like mastery over all the feels, all the experiences of life, and just like having the ability to receive those feelings in a sense of like experiencing them as an abundance of life. The whole spectrum of life is open to you now. And that only happens because you have healed yourself. When you're in an unhealed state, you're often like closing down, shutting down, or running away from emotions, right? The King of Cups doesn't do that anymore. The King of Cups can understand and embrace all the feels of life and see the whole rainbow, the whole spectrum of what that means in the bigger scheme of the universe. It's really like that interconnectedness, like that really kind of like transcendental connecting as one, connecting into the oneness of the world. That's really what is coming for you through this process. You're really like you're really going to another level spiritually, but it's in the sense that it also affects your physical life, your physical experience. I really see this as a new start. Like I'm picking up on like the sense of wanting to have a healthy family and community connections, and it's kind of like you're just starting all over. Say if you're finalizing a divorce, something like that, your message is to let it be finalized, let it go finally, because what's coming for you is the next chapter that you've wanted for so long, the next chapter that you thought the previous chapter would be, and it didn't turn out that way. What you are building is that next chapter, the dream that you had hoped for. Oh, it's so beautiful actually, and it's so hard won. Let me bring in a healing. It's a good healing oracle card. Okay. You're getting share the gift, and you are on the right path. Ooh. This is number 4 and number 26. So, especially with the King of Cups, as you were like kind of ascending in your spiritual growth, you may have noticed that you have also ascended in your spiritual gifts, whatever they are. It could be like clairsentience, especially with the cups. empathic abilities, energy healing, whatever it is that you've discovered about yourself, all of this renewal is putting you on the right path. Also, in the sense that you are a healer, you're a light worker. And this is the time that your lessons and your gifts are needed for others. Now that you have reached this healing for yourself, you'll be able to share that with others. I mean, no pressure. Remember, you have the Four of Swords here. Take your rest. Go through the rebirth process. But this is just a little like signpost as to what's ahead, that this is all putting you on your right path, or you have been on the right path even with what's been going on for you. I want to end with 2 oracle cards. This is since we talked about light work, let's get this star seed. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go, which is amazing, coming with your other card about let them go, right? Anything unaligned must go. So you really are stepping into a new world, and anything to do with the old, the previous chapter that is not aligned with the future chapter, this is the time to let it burn away. So, I mean, this could be unexpected things. For example, say, okay, go back to the example of going through a divorce. The divorce is finalized, and maybe you still share like a phone subscription plan, and you tell yourself, oh, it's just practical. But little things like that, everything needs to be fully let go. So that you can be fully energetically free to start this new chapter. One more card here for our group 4, the week ahead. Soil and Stars, number 51, balance. That's so beautiful. And the King of Cups energy is like an energy of emotional balance. It also feels a bit like the Temperance card in the tarot deck for me too. Yeah, so there's definitely highs and lows coming with this transition, with this rebirth. Whatever practices you do to balance and center yourself, maybe it's yoga, maybe it's your self-care routine, maybe it's your hobbies, or going into nature like here, going out at night. Whatever it is, practice that, especially in this week ahead. You have the ability to, and just stay in the balance, and you will navigate this river just fine. And that's your message for the week ahead. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for any likes, shares, and subscribes. And I hope to see you next time.